all the most popular North Face down jackets reviewed in this video. Nuptse, Hydrenalite, Aconcagua 3, McMurdo, Himalayan. Which jacket is the warmest? Which jacket fits the best? Which jacket is worth your money? I'm gonna be rating each jacket based on its functionality, its fit, its warmth, and overall value. At the end of the video, I'm gonna tally up all the scores, and we're gonna find out which is the best North Face down jacket. So keep watching. Let's start off with the Aconcagua 3. It retails for only $220, making this the cheapest North Face jacket in this video. Let's see if it's any good. Starting off with the material, the shell is made for 100% recycled nylon and the lining is made for 100% polyester. The body is filled with 35% recycled down, 15% waterfowl feathers, and 50% polyester. The hood, side panel, top panel, underarm, and drag flap is filled with 90% recycled polyester sheet insulation. The jacket has a fill power of 600. The jacket weighs in at 720 grams. Let's go over the features of the North Face Aconcagua 3. It comes with a DWR coating, so light rain and snow will beat off, but it's not meant to be fully waterproof or windproof. You get 4 pockets in total, 2 zipper hand pockets on the front that are not fleece lined, so don't expect much warmth, and 2 roomy pouches in the interior right and left side. The inside is lined with 100% polyester. One thing that stands out is that there is no draw cord at the waist. Most North Face jackets I own let you tie in the waist, but not this jacket, so expect this to fit looser around the hips. Hardware wise, it uses reliable YKK Vislon zippers. This jacket does not have two-way zip. There's a storm flap underneath the zipper, but nothing on the outside. At the sleeves, you got elastic bound cuffs, but no storm cuffs, so wind can easily sneak in. Moving up, there is a draft flap and chin guard for comfort, and the hood has a single draw cord at the back so you can tweak the fit. It's a standard size hood, but without the extra brim you get on some of their heavy duty jackets. Overall, the Aconcagua 3 is a solid winter jacket, but is missing some adjustability and weather protection that you see on other North Face jackets. For functionalities, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So how does the Aconcagua 3 fit? Starting off with some measurements, shoulder to shoulder measures to 18 inches, chest measures to 22 inches, sleeve lengths are 26 inches, and the length is 28 inches. Here's how it looks on me. This is in a size medium and it fits large. If you're in between sizes, I recommend going down a size. First impression, the jacket looks baggy. It has a slightly broader profile with its 18-inch shoulders and 22-inch chest, giving it that classic puffy down appearance. But there's not much taper through the torso. The chest stays 22 inches all the way down to the waist, which makes the jacket look a bit boxy. This jacket badly needs some waist adjusters. The length is 28 inches, which covers most of my butt. The sleeves are 26 inches, but they fall past my wrist. Zipped up all the way, the collar stops at the chin. The hood doesn't have a long brim and it feels flimsy. It doesn't offer much structure or protection against the wind and snow, but the trade-off is you keep full side visibility. Overall, I rate the fit a 6 out of 10. Now let's talk about the warmth of the North Face Aconcagua 3. It's about 22 degrees outside and I'm just wearing a t-shirt. This jacket is filled with 35% down, 50% recycled waterfowl feathers, and 50% polyester, giving it a fill power of 600. At 720 grams, this jacket feels heavy for the amount of warmth that it gives. Because half the insulation is made of polyester, so it doesn't feel warm or as light compared to jackets that's made with down. The hood has no down at all, just polyester, so it doesn't keep your head that warm. There's also no waist adjuster, so cold air can easily sneak up through your torso. Overall, the warmth is a bit disappointing, but that's a trade-off when you're only spending $220. You're getting a budget-friendly option with sacrifices in insulation and material. For the warmth, I'll rate it a 6 out of 10. At $220, the Aconcagua 3 is one of the most affordable down jackets in this lineup, but there are some trade-offs. It uses 50% polyester fill, and the hood has no down insulation. It's all polyester, so the weight to warmth ratio is not good. That being said, it's a solid everyday down jacket with all the basic functionalities that you need. So for the value, I'll rate it an 8 out of 10. That gives Aconcagua 3 total score of 27 out of 40. Next up is the Hydrenalite. Priced at $250, it's similar to the Aconcagua 3, but about 200 grams lighter. But does that make it better? Let's find out. Starting off with the material, the shell and lining is made from 100% recycled nylon. This jacket is filled with 80% down and 20% feather. It has a fill power of 600. 600. The jacket weighs in at 520 grams, making this the lightest North Face jacket by far. Let's talk about the features of the Hydrenalite. This jacket is rated to be windproof and water resistant with a DWR coating. It has a water resistant rating of 2 out of 3. The Hydrenalite has a total of only 2 pockets, 2 zip pockets at the belly that are lined with a thin layer of fleece. On the inside, it is lined with 100% nylon. One thing that I hate about this jacket is that there is 0 pockets on the inside. I don't know how you can make a down jacket with such little storage space. Hydrenalite uses YKK Vizon zippers. Another thing that I don't like about this jacket is that there is no two-way zip. The sleeve opening is elastic. The other North Face jackets have Velcro to adjust the opening, but Hydrenalite doesn't have any adjustment options. Also, there's no storm cup, so wind can easily blow up your sleeves. Moving up, there's no stand-up collar or chin guard. The hood is well insulated, a lot better than a Nuptse jacket, but a downside is that there are no draw cords to adjust the fit of the hood. For the functionality, I'll give it a 6. So how does the Hydrenalite fit? Starting off with some measurements, shoulder measures to 17 inches, chest measures to 22 inches, sleeve lengths are 27 inches, and the length is 26 inches. This is how the North Face Hydrenalite looks on me. This is in a size medium and I recommend going true to size. First impression, the jacket fits boxy, which I notice is very common with North Face jackets. But out of all the jackets featured in this video, this has the slimmest silhouette, because it's not as packed with down feathers as the other jackets. The jacket gives off that retro 90s look, especially this brown colorway. With the 17-inch shoulder width and 22-inch chest width, this is the slimmest fitting North Face jacket featured in this video. The 26-inch length covers about 3/4 of my butt, and the 27-inch sleeve length goes a little past my wrist. Here's how the jacket looks zipped up all the way with the hood on. This jacket does not have any brim or any drawstrings to adjust. The hood does not shield your face from the snow, rain, and wind, but at the same time, it doesn't alter your field of view. For the fit, I'll give it a 7. Now let's talk about the warmth of the North Face Hydrenalite. This jacket is made from 80% duck down and 20% feather. It has a fill power of 600. It's definitely not the warmest jacket, but considering this jacket only weighs in at 528 grams, the weight to warmth ratio is not terrible. This is a great jacket for the fall, but when it's below freezing outside like right now, I would not wear this jacket. The biggest reason why this is not a great winter jacket is because of the lack of adjustments in the hood and sleeves. There's no way to tie in the hood and collar for a snugger fit. Also, the hood doesn't shield the side of your face at all, so your face will be exposed to snow, rain, and wind from the side. The elastic cuffs are a one-size-fits-all, so if you have slimmer wrists like me, you're really gonna feel that wind chill up your sleeve. This jacket is without a doubt a fall jacket and not a winter jacket. For the warmth, I'll give it a 6. For the overall value, I'll give it a 7. That brings a total score for the North Face Hydrenalite jacket 26 out of 40. If this video is helping you out so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't take any sponsors for these videos. All of this is straight from my own wallet and spending all of my weekends scripting, editing, and filming. So it'll mean the world to me if you can drop a like and subscribe. It'll motivate me to keep putting out helpful content like this. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Next up is the North Face Retro Nuptse. For the past 5 years, the North Face Retro Nuptse ranked as the second most popular fashion item, trailing only behind the Nike Air Force 1. And with nice fashion trends coming back to life, this jacket has no problem selling out every single year. But is the hype well justified? Let's find out. Starting off with material, the shell is made from 100% ripstop nylon, and the lining is made from 100% nylon. This jacket is filled with 85% down and 15% feather. The fill power is 700. The Nuptse weighs in at 727 grams, making this the 3rd lightest jacket featured in this video. Let's talk about the features of the North Face Nuptse. This jacket is rated to be windproof and water repellent with a DWR coating. Waterproof and water repellent is not the same. The difference is that water repellent means it can handle only so much water, where waterproof acts as a complete barrier. How water repellent is this jacket, you may ask? Let's push it to the limits and find out. As you can see, water did seep through the jacket, mainly in the front belly. This jacket did not do a good job at keeping water out, and I would not wear this jacket out in heavy rain or snow. The North Face jacket has a total of 3 zip pockets, 2 zip pockets at the belly that are not lined with any fleece. On the inside, it is lined with 100% nylon. There's only one interior pocket total on the left side. All their pockets are disappointingly small. North Face uses YKK Vizon zippers. These are just the standard Vizon zippers that are much cheaper than the Vizon zippers used in luxury brands like Canada Goose. Disappointingly, there is no two-way zip. The sleeve openings are adjustable through Velcro. I'm very upset that there are no neck cuffs. Moving up, there's a stand-up collar to keep your neck warm. The hood is packed in this neck pouch. Taking it out, this hood is literally paper thin with no insulation. This hood will keep your head dry in light rainfall, but don't expect any type of warmth from this. For the functionality, I'll give it a 7. So how does a Nuptse jacket fit? Starting off with some measurements, shoulder to shoulder measures to 21 inches, chest measures to 23 inches, sleeve lengths are 25 inches, and the length is 25 inches. This is how the North Face Nuptse looks on me. First impression, the jacket fits very boxy, which is a staple in 90s fashion. The 25-inch length hits right at the waist. This short length is meant for mountain climbers to have easy access to their harnesses. But we all know 99% of the people that own this jacket don't climb mountains during the winter. Just like most puffer jackets, the North Face does make you look like a muffin. The bright side to that is the insulation feels like pillows are hugging all around my body. Even though this jacket looks like it fits large, I recommend going true to size. Here's how a jacket looks with a hood on. The hood is a huge contrast to the overall puffy fit in the jacket. There's zero insulation and it's paper thin. This hood looks so off and it feels like it doesn't belong on this jacket. If North Face is going to provide this type of low quality hood, then might as well leave it off entirely. For the fit, I'll give it a 7. Now let's talk about the warmth of the North Face Nuptse. It's about 19 degrees Fahrenheit or -7 degrees Celsius. This jacket is made with 85% down and 15% feather. It has a fill power of 700. And this jacket is freaking cold. Freaking cold. Considering this jacket weighs in at 727 grams, the warmth to weight ratio is very disappointing. This jacket is great for mild winter conditions, but when it's below freezing like right now, then I would not wear this out. There's 4 features about this jacket that I really hate. First is a lack of a hood. It doesn't have to be rainy to wear a hood. When it's below freezing outside like right now, you want to be able to put on a hood to keep your head and ears warm. The North Face hood does not provide any insulation at all, so I think North Face is better off just leaving it off. Second is the lack of the storm cups. Storm cups do an excellent job preventing wind from blowing up your sleeves and giving you extra comfort. This jacket does not do any of that. Third is a lack of fleece lining in the pockets. Fleece lining helps trap heat and keep a cozy environment for your hands. And lastly, the short torso of the jacket does an awful job at preventing wind from traveling up your hips. Overall, this jacket is way more suited for the fall rather than the winter time. For the warmth, I'll give it a 6. For the overall value, I'll give it a 7. That brings a total score for the North Face Nuptse jacket, 27 out of 40. Next up is the Himalayan. It first came out in the 1990s, originally built for climbers taking on the Himalayan peaks and 8,000 meter ascents where temperatures can drop as low as -40 Celsius. It was made to handle some of the most harshest conditions on Earth. Let's see how good this jacket really is. Start off with the material. The shell is made from 100% recycled nylon and the lining is made from 100% polyester. This jacket is filled with 75% down and 25% feather. The fill power is 550. The jacket weighs in 1,028 grams, making this the second heaviest jacket featured in this video. Let's talk about the features of the North Face Himalayan. This jacket is rated to be windproof and water repellent with a DWR coating, but it is not waterproof. The North Face jacket has a total of 2 zip pockets at the belly that are lined with fleece. I'm not a big fan of the design of these pockets because it's not ergonomical. It's annoying to zip and unzip these pockets because of these flaps, and if you want to rest your hands in your pockets, it's not comfortable because you have to angle your hands instead of a more natural resting position. On the inside, it is lined with 100% nylon. There's only 1 interior pocket total on the left side. I wish there's another pocket on the right side, maybe a fishnet pocket for your gloves. North Face uses YKK viz on zippers. It does have 2-way zip. Instead of snap buttons like most jackets, the Himalayan uses Velcro. Velcro is a lot cheaper than using buttons, but it does the job just fine, and it's also a lot faster than buttons. The sleeve openings are adjustable through Velcro. I'm very upset that there's no knit cuffs. Moving up, the hood is large and packed with insulation to keep your head warm. It's not a snorkel style hood, but the brim is just long enough to shield you. For the functionality, I'll give it an 8. So how does the Himalayan jacket fit? Start off with some measurements. Shoulder to shoulder measures to 20 inches. Chest measures 24 inches. Sleeve lengths are 26 inches and the length is 27 inches. This is how the North Face Himalayan jacket looks on me. This is in a size medium and it fits big, so I recommend going down a size. This is designed to be a mountaineering jacket, so it has a boxy and oversized fit. This is not the most stylish jacket because it prioritizes warmth over fit. With its 20-inch shoulder width and 24-inch chest width, this is by far the widest fitting out of all jackets featured featured in this video. The 26-inch sleeve length goes a little past the wrist. The 27-inch length is the perfect length to keep my buns toasted. Here's how the jacket looks zipped up all the way with the hood on. The hood is very well insulated just like the rest of the jacket, so it fits snug against my head. The brim is the perfect length that shields your face from the snow, rain, and wind, but doesn't alter your field of view. For the fit, I'll give it a 7. Now let's talk about the warmth of the North Face Himalayan. The jacket is filled with 75% down and 25% feather with a fill power of 550. The jacket is heavy, weighing in at 1,028 grams. Even though this jacket is keeping me warm and it's below freezing temperature, I think North Face could have designed this jacket more efficiently. The low 550 fill power is making this jacket look way more bulky than it should be. Using higher fill power means using less down, making the jacket look slimmer and making it look less like a fat blob. The hood is very well insulated, but the lack of collar is making a big difference in keeping my neck warm. The waist can be adjusted as well, which is a plus. The pockets in front are huge and can store a lot of items, but it's not the best ergonomically because if you want to put your hands in there, you got to angle it a certain way, and the pocket flaps are chafing your wrists. Another thing that I don't like about this jacket is the lack of knitted storm cuffs. Storm cuffs does a better job at blocking wind from blowing up your sleeves, especially for people with slimmer wrists. Other than that, the Himalayan will keep your body warm and below freezing temperatures. For the warmth, I'll give it an 8. For the overall value, I'll give it an 8. That brings the total score for the North Face Himalayan jacket, 31 out of 40. Last but not least, we have the McMurdo Parka. Named after the McMurdo station in Antarctica, this jacket was introduced in the early 2000s as part of North Face expedition-inspired line, combining extreme cold weather protection with everyday wearability. Let's see if it's any good. Let's start off with the material. The shell is made from 100% nylon, and the lining on the inside of the pockets is also made from 100% polyester. The insulation is made from 75% recycled down and 25% waterfowl feathers. For the features, it has the North Face logo stitched on the left chest area and the back right side. This jacket has a total of 7 pockets. At the belly, there are 2 large flat pockets that is fastened through Velcro. On the side, there's also a zipper pocket with a polyester lining for extra warmth for your hands. At the chest, there are 2 slanted zipper pockets with a polyester lining. These are slanted so you can easily put your hands through, and that lining will keep your hands warm. Taking a look at the inside of the jacket, this is nylon material just like on the outside of the jacket, and it is very puffy thanks to the down insulation. On the inner left side, there's a mini zip pocket that has polyester lining. Taking a look at the sleeves, it doesn't have the cuff ribbing, but it does have the Velcro strap so you can adjust the size of the opening. It has 600 fills stitched on. On the left side of the sleeve, it has drive-in stitched on. Drive-in is North Face signature fabric that is waterproof, windproof, and breathable. For zippers, these are black plastic YKK zippers. This does have two-way zip, which is a huge plus. It also has a storm flap behind the front zipper, and this is extra protection against wind and water from seeping through your zipper. Moving up, you have a fuzzy fleece-lined shin guard for added warmth and comfort. The hood features synthetic fur that you can easily remove through these snap buttons. Also has 2 draw cords to adjust the fit of the hood. For its functionality, I'll give it an 8. So how does the McMurdo jacket fit? Shoulder to shoulder measures to 18.5 inches. Chest length measures to 22.5 inches. Sleeve lengths are 27 inches. And the length is 30 inches. Here's how the jacket looks on me. Before we get into it, I'm 5'10", 160 pounds, with a 36-inch chest, and a size small is my true to size. First impression, this jacket fits big. Even though this is a size small, this fits more like a medium. The nylon exterior isn't the most comfortable material, but you can tell that it can handle extreme winter conditions. With its 18.5-inch shoulder width and 22.5-inch chest width, this does give you plenty of room to layer something underneath, and also makes me look buffer than I actually am, so no complaints there. Lengthwise at 30 inches, the jacket is considered Parka style, so you'll see it cover your entire back side to keep your butt and crotch nice and toasty. With its 27-inch sleeve length, it does go past my wrist. This jacket does offer Velcro at the cuffs where you can adjust for a tighter fit. This is how the jacket looks zipped up all the way. The collar goes up to your chin, and the chin guard does feel very comfortable. Here's how the jacket looks with the hood on. One cool feature is that you can fold the fur back if you want less face coverage, and if the weather is getting extreme, you can fold the fur forward to give yourself more face shielding. Here's a side view, and you can see how much the hood trim protrudes out to give you extra coverage. For the fit, I'll give it a 7. Now let's talk about the warmth of the North Face McMurdo Parka. It's about 22 degrees and I'm just wearing a t-shirt underneath. This jacket is filled with 75% down and 25% feather with a fill power of 600. Because there's so much packed into this jacket provides serious warmth. The outer shell is fully windproof and waterproof thanks to its dry vent 12 fabric. You can definitely feel that protection, especially in windy conditions. It completely blocks out the cold weather. At over 1,600 grams, this is one of the heaviest jackets that North Face makes. But that weight gives you confidence in harsh winter weather. The jacket length also plays a big role. It drops well past the hips, giving you extra coverage and warmth for your lower body. You get a long snorkel-style hood with a fox fur trim, which does an excellent job at shielding your face from wind, rain, and snow. The high collar zips all the way up to your chin, creating a full seal around your neck area for maximum protection. Overall, the McMurdo is built for real winter conditions, not just chilly mornings, but snowstorms, blizzards, and extreme wind. For the warmth, this jacket gets a solid 9. For the overall value, I'll give it an 8. That brings a total score for the North Face McMurdo jacket, 32 out of 40. Now, the moment that you've all been waiting for, the winner of the best North Face down jacket goes to North Face McMurdo Parka with a final score of 32 out of 40. It offers the best combination of warmth and functionality with a waterproof and windproof shell that still manages to stay breathable. If you're looking for a jacket that can handle harsh winter conditions while being practical for everyday wear, the McMurdo is the one. Here are the final ratings of all 5 down jackets. If you're looking for more useful down jacket videos, click right here or here to see my entire playlist on down jackets, and I'll see you there.